everybody knows that 50% of first marriages end in divorce.
But it's worse for
Most people
second, right?
don't. 63% of second and 71% of third marriages end in divorce. And why? What's consistent with all three marriages? Oh, it's you. Choices and the decisions you're making,
Right.
as opposed to like really taking your time to get to know somebody. Do you have a shared vision for the future? You know, are you on the same side politically? That wasn't an issue 30 years ago,
It
but
used to be.
today it
It
is.
sure is now.
It
Yeah.
totally is. I can't tell you how many divorces I know about because one went blue, one went red, and not going to
Yeah,
work.
those two don't make purple anymore.
No, no, they don't. So there's just so much to know. And the other piece of it is that drives me crazy is that it's really not that hard to find somebody, but it does require work. It
It
requires
does.
focus, which means, 40% of marriages now start on the apps. The other good thing about that is that the divorce rate among people who met on the apps is much lower than people who
Oh,
met in the wild. Yeah.
interesting. Why
Yeah.
is that?
I think it's because the people who are actively seeking on apps and are telling the truth on their profiles are serious. They know what they want,
Okay. So
right?
they're
It's not,
sharing who they truly are, what they truly value.
but we don't really know for sure, you know.
Yeah.
But these days, I'm telling you, two people don't, no matter what your experience has been on the apps, you didn't know what you were doing. I'm going to tell
Right.
you what to do. Here's all you need to know. It's like you never leave your house until you've had a couple of video chats with somebody, right? You want to see what their background is. Are they hoarders, right? Can they string sentences together? Do they look like their pictures? You have a couple of
All the
those
thing.
before you go for a walk in the park. Like, don't even
Yeah.
go for coffee. Go for a walk in the park and make sure somebody knows where you are. Just be smart about it. But there are good guys out there, but it takes perseverance. You just can't
It
say,
does.
yeah,
It takes perseverance. And I do think it takes believing it's possible. I had Evan Mark Katz on the podcast, and we were talking about the biggest hurdle that, his clients have to overcome is often the belief that it's possible. And I remember being in that place when I
I
was
think that's true
single and
across the
just,
board. They
yeah.
think somehow they're too much, they're too this, they're too that.
Well, 'cause we've been
It's
told that or conditioned, and yeah.
it's that plus, they're a 6 demanding a 10.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that going on. Evan's the best. I'm a big Evan fan. I think he's just
He's the
amazing.
best, and
He really
he's
is.
so humble about it. He's like, you're so nice to me. I'm like, I'm not blowing smoke up your butt. I mean all these things.
Yeah. The
So,
other thing that I'm sharing with people to do, single women, the best book I've found on how to find love these days is a book called How Not to Die Alone by Logan Ury. And she is the shrink for Hinge. And everything we're talking about, she writes about in detail about like how you have to like forego the butterflies to get what it is you really want. But like as from a
yes.
shrink's perspective,
Oh, that's
so,
so
spend
interesting.
$12, get the Kindle, read How Not to Die Alone. It will help.
Oh my God, that's a great title, by the way.
Isn't it
So,
great?